been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. Is comfortable, is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hello, it's me. Welcome, friends. I'm Melissa Lee. I am an author. I do other things too. I'm also Handler Z on the channel. And today I'm pre-recording this because tomorrow we are going to the zoo as a family. So I'm super looking forward to going to the Nashville Zoo and checking it out and having the last time we went, my daughter was more interested in the other children that were there than the animals themselves. So I'm curious to see how things are going to go. Before we officially get started, let's do media things. Let's see. Trying to find all the things. There. First of all, our friends 3DTU, who will be in New Jersey, I think they're helping to set up the New Jersey Renaissance Fair right now, but they will be starting up the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, I believe, this weekend. So that's super exciting. Please check out their awesome crafts and gifts. They have amazing stuff to check out. So 3DTU, they're also good friends of the channel. Let's see what else. Also, Destination D&D, our perennial sponsor. Interactive RPG in exotic locations. They're doing the Muncaster Castle thing again this year. And I know later they will be doing the New Orleans trip. So check it out if you get a chance. DestinationDND.com. And I'm also throwing info up about my friend Devin Borkowski. So I created a new book. Boop-a-doop-doop-doop, boop. My book is called Dread. I also have another book out called Dare. And the most recent book, Dread, Devin Borkowski did artwork for. She is an amazing Native American artist who does spooky stuff, but also some really sweet, cute things. Like she just goes all over the place. So if you are interested, please check out her awesome artwork. And you can order prints. You can order, I think you can order like cards and stuff too. But anyway, devinborkart.com. Anyway, let me pull that down. Bloop. Okay, cool. So I already had an idea. You do not need to go with this concept. What I'm going with is, hang on. Oh, I can't even pull it up. That's sad. Wait, no, I can do this though. Hang on. Add. Lesbian vampire pizza. Lesbian vampire pizza. Lesbian vampire pizza. Okay. I had this idea. This is so dumb. I had this idea. You know how there are some people in this world who are like, oh, the only reason you're a lesbian is because you haven't met the right man. And then I was reading, I don't remember what I was reading, something on my phone about, oh, it's a movie. It's a movie that's coming out that features, I think it's Pedro Pascal, not Natalie Portman. Gosh, I'm trying to remember their names. Okay, Pedro Pascal is definitely in it. And no, maybe not. Maybe it's Oscar Isaac. I always get them confused. That's so stupid. They don't look the same at all. Anyway, one man, two women. And the description was a couple is enticed to a lesbian, not lesbian. A couple is enticed to a vampire cult by something called the Nameless. And I was like, okay, there are two women and one man. I wonder who the couple is going to be. Kristen Stewart's in it. Thank you. There's my brain. Kristen Stewart's in it. And I was like, okay, well, Kristen Stewart is kind of young looking still. So I don't know if she would necessarily match up with the man. And I was like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool if it was Kristen Stewart and the woman, and then the man is the Nameless thing. Like, and then I got to this idea of like, you know, the one thing, the one way that any lesbian would be like, oh, surprise, I guess I'm into men, is if they were vampires. So that's where this concept is coming from. So that's why it's lesbian vampire pizza. Also, lesbian pizza is a long-standing joke, I believe, in the sign language community, because I think this is lesbian and this is pizza. They're very close to one another. I also found out today that I think this is red, the color red, and then this is the color pink. So they're also very similar. Red, pink, yellow. I'm learning a lot from Ms. Rachel. So anyway, I was like, okay, I want to add lesbians and vampires. What's a third thing? And then I was like, oh, I could just do lesbian vampire pizza. That would be funny. So you do not have to follow the same concept that I'm doing. Let me start by saying, this is Flash Phantasmagoria, Flash meaning short. So a lot of Flash pieces are 1,000 words or less. It's usually something that you can read within 5 minutes. Phantasmagoria, scenes like unto a dream. I like to think of it as just to the left of reality, where things are almost where they should be, but they're not. And that can work, especially for concepts too. So you have a lot of concepts like, oh, okay, vampires, they enthrall people, they seduce people, they're beautiful and sexy and predators and things like that. I want to take that concept and just spin it a little bit. And also, like I had mentioned before, the mistaken belief that like you could potentially not be gay if you just found the right man, which is wild to me, but okay, whatever. I just think that that's an interesting, silly trope to throw around and see what happens. So you do not have to follow what I am doing. I came up with this concept like a while ago while I was brushing my teeth, so I got very excited about it. All you have to do is experience these 3 words, lesbian, vampire, pizza, in whatever you choose to do. You can do, you could draw, you could paint, you could paint miniatures. Actually, funny enough, I love that this is the color scheme behind me for while I'm here in Nashville, because that is basically the color scheme of the lesbian flag. So maybe you just like paint a miniature according to the lesbian flag colors that are orange, pink, and white. The point is to take some time right now and explore your creativity in a way that potentially you don't allow yourself on a regular basis. I know I certainly don't. You don't make time for being creative. You don't make time for coloring or drawing or painting or writing poems, short stories, the beginnings of a really cool fan fiction, anything. You may have really, really cool ideas all throughout the day, and then you just are like, oh, well, I'm just too tired. I don't have enough time to do that. Oh, I have to concentrate on something else. All of that, first of all, is totally valid, because sometimes you just got to prioritize life in a different way. I also invite you to analyze, over time, whether the continual prioritization of other things is getting in the way of you enjoying life. That's a separate conversation. It is a totally valid thing to consistently push off the creative parts of your personality because you have to focus on other things. It's also totally valid to just be drained. Like, you want to be creative, you want to be interested in things, and the state of the world or the state of your own personal life or lack of sleep, zero energy, having an illness, anything like that can drain you to a point where you just can't create. And that's valid too. Oh, sorry, my neck had to crack. All of these things are valid. And the point is, what I'm inviting you to do right now is hang out for a little while and create something based on these 3 words. Whatever you want to do with that. Doesn't matter. Do what you want. Make a lesbian vampire pizza. I want to see what that looks like. If anyone draws that, please tell me. I want to see what a lesbian vampire pizza looks like. I'm thinking about it now. All right. Next. All right. I'm attempting this again. What I like to do is share music that is specifically on, you can see this, specifically on a channel called Breaking Copyright, royalty-free music. And I like creating things to music I'm going to put this in the information so everyone can see it. Remember, lesbian vampire pizza. Let's scroll. Add banner. Cool. So this is Sapphic in the Desert. It is used under a Creative Commons license. I cannot guarantee, in spite of the fact that I'm saying this many times, whether or not YouTube is going to be like, oh, you took this music. Like, I'm crediting everything according to their specifications on their YouTube page. As far as I'm aware, I'm doing this correctly. If anyone can tell me otherwise, please let me know. But as far as I'm aware, the point of this channel is to do things like this. And I think I'm crediting it correctly. So regardless, there may be a point where for the next 5 minutes, suddenly it's just super quiet and you're not doing anything. You might just hear me like talking in the background, or it might just, the sound might cut out altogether. I apologize if that's what happens. That is not my intention, obviously. But the point now is that we're going to take about 5 minutes to create something based on lesbian vampire pizza. And I'm going to play this music, and that will give you, this is actually 5 minutes, 34 seconds. So you have a little bit of extra time than you usually do. But I'm prepared. The date is 14th. Okay. Here we go. Good luck. And enjoy In the Desert by Sapphic Music from Italy. This is way more intense than I was expecting. Okay. Ta-da! Yeah, I didn't have the cool like thingy go off, so sorry about that. But created something. Let's see. All right, I'm going to read you what I have. It's not great, but I did it. I made it. It's mine. I created it. And I'm proud to have simply sat here and done something. And it's still a cool concept. I could do more with it. And that's also something to keep in mind, is that sometimes it's just a starting point. And that's all you need. You need a starting point. All right. So, lesbian vampire pizza. Let me start by being perfectly clear. I've always been a lesbian. I knew in second grade, the day I went to an all-girls pool party. It's been destiny for me from the beginning, and I absolutely love women. So when I tell you that I am now entirely enthralled by a man, I need you to believe that this was entirely unexpected, confusing, and downright bizarre. It's not unusual for a pretty boy in eyeliner to show up at a gay bar. Some of them just really like the music, you know? And this particular one, James was what he said his name was very sparkly and very nice smelling. We hit it off right away, buying each other red wine while Mary, my girlfriend of 6 years, danced her heart out on the floor. Everything was clicking. James was bright, funny, a little femme presenting, and delightful to speak to. By the end of the night, tipsy as I was ready to follow him back to his place. That should have been my first red flag. I don't go home with men. Ever. Not even when I was trying to present as a straight in high school. But he was so charming, so dashing. I felt like a princess in a fairy tale. Me, 6-foot-tall basketball player shaped lesbian with a crew cut. A princess. And that's as far as I got. But I like the concept. And I think it's going to go somewhere. We'll find out in a bit. Anyway. Thank you for joining me in doing this thing. Taking a quick moment to say stuff. Here, there's my book. I hadn't mentioned that before specifically, just briefly, but yeah, Dread is out. It is available, and it has amazing artwork, and you should definitely check it out. So, Dread by me, Melissa Lee, Handler Z, all the other cool things. Let me see if there's anything else that's really neat. Oh, I have another book, Dare, that's been around for a while, but I also really enjoy that one. That had a different artist for the front cover, but I still really, really love the way that's turned out. So you can check that out as well. Here is our Nat 21 schedule here briefly. Modern Monday with Lady Prudence, Sonnets with Shakespeare on Tuesdays, Nat 21 Adventures. I think it's mostly been, it's not necessarily Space Jammer now. It's been more Choose Your Endangerment, Crafting with the Crew, and GHG, and all these other cool things. So please check out our awesome stuff. And thank you again for joining me today. And I hope that you have taken a moment to create something, whatever it is for you. I hope at the very least this sparks an idea of something for you to pursue, something for you to try or check out in the future. Yeah. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.